That afternoon, local herdsmen send out an SOS. Chris finds himself on call. This man's goat has been attacked by a hyena.
Can you explain that I'm a veterinarian from Australia, so he knows what I'm doing?
It's a big herd, but every single goat is important.
When I first see the goat that he's worried about, I can see why there's been some concern. The goat has a pretty serious injury.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's nasty.
So the hyena actually grabbed this goat and dragged it out of the boma?
Yes.
From what this herdsman can tell us, it sounds like the hyena has actually jumped over the fence, grabbed the goat, pulled it out, and then tried to essentially rip its face apart. This is a problem here because what we have is a very important part of the goat with the nose and the mouth. The hyena will have a lot of bacteria in its mouth, but also the goat has a lot of bacteria around here that can cause an infection.
Chris needs to act fast to try and stop infection spreading before it kills the goat.
What I want to do first is clean this area, get rid of all the dead bits of skin, so it'll look like I'm making the wound bigger, but there's a reason why I'm doing it. Even though this goat has been able to escape from this hyena, the injuries it's been left with are quite severe. It has a fracture in the roof of its mouth, plus now it has quite a nasty infection. Ooh, bad smell.
Yes. The stench indicates just how quickly the wound has deteriorated.
Does the goat have a name?
Pussy. Pussy.
Pussy. Pussy?
Yeah.
The goat is called Pussy?
Pussy. Pussy, it's something...
Buddy, so Pussy. Hey, Pussy, it's okay. And these are office scissors, usually used to cut paper, and they're being asked to perform surgery now. This looks a little bit strange, but there's no chance for this to heal unless the skin is actually healthy and has a blood supply, so I'm scraping it back, trying to get down to the healthy tissue, so when I bring healthy tissue in against healthy tissue, it will actually heal.
Chris needs to stitch the wound, but with limited equipment in such a remote area, it's going to be a challenge.
If Pussy was in the vet clinic, I'd pull out a perfectly sterilised surgical kit and grab needle holders. Here, I don't have that. Pussy already has a nasty wound and a nasty infection. Without treatment, in this heat, with this amount of flies around, she wouldn't last more than a few days. Hey, Pussy, it's okay. This type of infection needs antibiotics. There's no question about that, but the only antibiotics I have in my kit are for dogs and cats, which are not going to be suitable for Pussy. Have you got your malaria medication in the car? Can you go and grab it?
Yeah, sure.
Human malaria tablets from the crew's personal medical kit could now save the goat.
These tablets are normally given orally to treat malaria, basically. But if you grind them up into a powder and mix it with water, there's no reason why we can't flush that into that wound and kill all the bacteria that are sitting in there and really give this goat the best chance of kicking this infection. We need to make sure this gets everywhere.
Once Chris has thoroughly drenched the wound, he can close it up.
OK, now we'd try for a stitch. OK. This is just all that improvisation. We're having to use whatever we can find. This is what I'm going to use to put the stitches in. A pair of pliers. OK, Pussy's going to have to be very brave. With no local anaesthetic, I'm having to ask a fair bit of this goat. I'm going to have to stitch close that massive wound. I keep on being surprised at how calm Pussy is being to what I'm asking of her, but you've got to remember, life's tough out here. They have to be really hardy and put up with a lot just to survive. One more stitch, OK? We don't want to close up the whole thing, OK? For the air to be flowing in is a good thing, OK?
After closing the wound, Chris wants to give the goat one final medication.
All right, I think we're done. As an extra boost to Pussy's immune system, I'm going to give her a worm treatment. That way, all her reserves, all her energy can be directed into healing this wound rather than having to worry about parasites. That will help Pussy get through the next few weeks. Pussy does not need any more stress. Can you tell him that Pussy is no pussy? Pussy is a tough goat.
Pussy is not bad.
Pussy's good. Pussy's good. Yeah, Pussy should be okay.
Yes.
I'm very impressed. Very good goat.
Yeah.
Okay, you look after Pussy. Okay. If I wasn't already relieved enough that my hardware pliers and my anti-malaria tablets had hopefully made a difference here, it turns out Pussy's a mother. This treatment could have saved 2 lives.
It's been a marathon surgery under difficult conditions, and the herdsman wants to thank Chris with a local delicacy.
Milk.
What's this?
Milk of camels.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow. It's good. Warm camel milk. It's so strong, a really strong flavour, like quite silky and fatty and very warm. But somehow very good. Back in the vet clinic, it's not uncommon for someone to drop in a bottle of wine or champagne as a way of saying thank you for treating their animal. But in all my years of working, I've never received a gourd of camel milk as a way of saying thanks. Cheers.
Yeah.
Thank you.